Greetings, programs! Welcome to the Real World Podcast. We are talking all about Tron today.
That's right.
We're actually going to cover the entire Tron Trilogy.
Tron.
The Tronology.
That's right. That's right.
I don't know what they call it. If there's an official fan name for it.
I would call it the Flynn Trilogy, but
yeah.
Flynn does not appear in Ares, really.
Well,
we'll get into it. I'm excited to talk about it.
We're going to go through all these movies. These are tons of fun. We've just rewatched them recently. We saw Tron Ares in the theater. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, it's not doing so well. So we're hoping this maybe garners some support for the film.
Yeah. This will be our first jump into kind of our new format as well.
Yes, that's right.
We're going to kind of discuss what this movie is saying philosophically.
Yes, spiritually.
And compare it to the other two films as well.
Yeah, and to compare it to the scriptures and what they say.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a lot to talk about here. So
there is.
Let's jump right in.
All three of these movies are densely packed.
For sure. We're going to start with Tron, the original classic, as the Disney Blu-ray says. Although I think it's more of a cult classic than anything.
I mean, and it's not very original, and it's not really a classic.
It's original in many ways, actually. I think.
It's funny because everybody says that this movie is ahead of its time.
Right.
I think that this movie is a product of its time. I think that it is so 80s from beginning to end.
Sure.
Every frame of this movie is so 80s. Yeah. Now, it is technologically ahead of its time.
The first time in a feature film that they used computer graphics, computer-generated imagery.
Sure. Other than Sherlock Holmes.
Well, this was before that.
So this was before Sherlock Holmes?
This was a few years before that, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the first full CG character.
Yeah.
But this was the first use of computer
and environments.
Imagery. Yeah. It's really extensive.
It is extensive, and the amount of backbreaking work that went into making those effects work is just very commendable.
Amazing. The behind the scenes on this is almost better than the movie in some ways, I think, because it's just the incrable amount of work that went into it.
That rings true, I think, for almost every Tron film.
In some ways, yeah.
All of these movies are glorified music videos. They're beautiful visually, and they're incredible musically.
Yeah, the first one, even the synth score was groundbreaking. You know, this was the same year Blade Runner came out. The incredible Vangelis did his score for that. And this one had an incredible synth score as well. Mm-hmm. It very much leans into that 80s video game vibe. You know, you very much feel like you're in an 80s video game.
For sure. It's very arcade.
With the music and with everything about it. Mm-hmm. So it's really interesting as sort of a time capsule, like you said. It's very 80s, but I think it's sort of timeless because of the story they're telling. And like you said, it's sort of a derivative story. It's a story people have told many times. It's all linking back to what C.S. Lewis called the true myth.
Right.
The gospel, the story of the scriptures. And so, basically, I'll just give an overview here.
Okay.
For those who haven't seen it. It's about this guy called Kevin Flynn.
Sure.
Played by Jeff Bridges. Brilliantly. I love this performance.
It's a very Han Solo cavalier.
Yeah, it's interesting. The movie's called Tron. But he sort of takes the spotlight in many ways.
Tron has less and less to do with the movies as they progress.
That's so true. But anyways, Kevin Flynn creates this world in a computer. He creates these programs in this computer.
Well, interestingly enough, he doesn't actually create the original grid.
Right.
He creates the new grid from Legacy.
Yes, exactly.
But the grid from Tron Classic, I guess we should just call it Tron 82.
Yeah, sure.
For simplicity's sake. Or Tron. Yeah. That's going to get confusing. All these titles are, I think, kind of lame. But, the Incom grid, it's just basically a giant computer system.
Incom is this big company that he worked for. He worked for this guy named Dillinger, and Dillinger basically plagiarized his ideas for this video game called Space Paranoids that they're making millions off of. And so he's basically trying to prove that he is the original creator, that he's the guy who did this.
Right.
And so it's kind of a story about this guy creating a world. Yeah. The world gets corrupted by the Master Control program.
Right.
And Dillinger's program called Sark, who's in there. And so he gets transported into this world. And then he basically has to save the world that he created.
Sure.
So that's kind of the general... It's very broad. If you're painting with a broad brush, that's kind of the idea of, of the movie.
And but, even just in that simple overview, there is a lot of kind of theological discussion there.
Exactly.
And it's not even us really reading into the subtext. It's in the text of the movie.
Oh, yeah. The movie very much talks about how...
programs literally worship their users.
Yeah, exactly. Sark, this kind of evil control program who's red and he has horns.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
right.
he basically is persecuting all these programs that believe in the users.
True. He sometimes in very violent ways.
He says very explicitly.
He calls them religious zealots.
Yes. He says very explicitly, if you do not renounce basically your belief in the users, you will be sent to the games.
Yeah.
And these gladiator games, where they're literally sent to a coliseum where they have to kill each other.
Which is interesting, I think, because that kind of Roman theme will kind of carry along through all three movies.
Definitely.
Obviously, the last one being called Ares.
Yep. For sure.
But it is an interesting kind of thematic line.
It's all about sort of the physical world and the spiritual world.
Sure.
And this war going on in the spiritual world that we can't see. It's kind of that whole idea. And so, a lot of Christian allegory here, very strong. I think it's really well done. It's just, I had a lot of fun watching it, actually. A lot of people find it boring.
It's funny because...
On the most recent rewatch, I thought it was super fun. I was really into it.
The first time I watched it, it was after, obviously, I had seen Legacy.
Right.
Legacy, it's most people's first Tron.
Yes.
Especially nowadays.
Yeah.
And it's a brilliant movie we'll talk about in a minute.
Sure.
But going back to watch the original Tron as a kid, super boring.
Yeah.
Super boring.
Yeah,
I just watched it last night.
Yeah.
And
it
was only kind of boring.
Yeah.
It has boring lulls.
Sure.
But the games are very exciting.
Very exciting.
And it's amazing how fast everything is.
Yeah.
The light discs travel really quick, and they've got these trails. The animation of things is just it's very well done.
It is.
The light cycle chase is very exciting.
Yeah, it is. I know. I agree. I had a blast watching it. And I think it's because I understand the world better now, because it's a lot of world building in this. You have to kind of understand, like, what's a program, what's a user,
it helps if you understand what a real computer is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, computer nerds will have no problem with this movie. But it's a lot of fun. And there's a couple lines that stood out. The line that's probably stood out the most, other than that one we just mentioned about the, if you don't renounce your belief in the users, there's two programs talking. I think it's
the
Ram.
Guards. You know about the Guards?
No, I think it's Ram.
Oh. Ram is my favorite character in this movie, by the way.
Tron, I can't remember. But he basically says, do you believe in the users?
Yeah.
And he says, of course. If I didn't, who wrote me?
Who wrote me? Yeah. Who else wrote me?
Who would have written me? How else
would I have come to be?
And so it's that whole idea of
argument.
Yes, of there's a world that exists, and so there must be a creator. If there's a computer that exists, someone had to have built the computer.
And it's really interesting because I think what Tron does, not just in this movie but throughout, is it kind of evolves that idea of the relationship between God and man and what that's like, and how the relationship between user and program is similar in some ways, but is actually a little different.
Yeah, it is, for sure.
It's kind of more about the fallibility of man.
Yes. Well, that whole speech that Flynn gives at the end.
Yes.
Of, it's like...
Tron is like, sometimes we don't know what we're doing.
Right.
We're just trying to have faith in our users who have a plan laid out, we guess.
And Kevin says...
That's how it is
for users too, man. It's like we're just kind of taking things one day at a time.
It's that idea of God being just a guy.
Exactly.
It's kind of a comedy idea.
Sure.
Like Evan Almighty, or movies like that. But it is an interesting seed to plant that really gets explored more in Legacy and even in Ares as well.
Sure. Another great moment is Dumont, who's sort of the older program, who's kind of the wise sage. And he prays in the movie to the users about things invisible.
Yes, that's true.
Which is really interesting.
Many characters pray. Actually, Tron's entire the plot of what Tron is doing is trying to communicate to his user.
Right.
That's all he wants to do.
Exactly. He wants Alan. He's like, what? He's like, are you Alan? When he first sees him, he's like, how do you know that name?
Yeah, name of my user. Yeah, Tron is so virtuous and
very altruistic hero.
He's so sincere about everything he says.
I love
all of his dialogue is pure cheese.
Absolutely.
But because he fully believes it, it's that performance, I think, that just really it takes it over the top to coming full circle of me actually liking what he's saying.
Right.
I'm like, I can get behind this guy. He's kind of a dweeb.
Right.
But I like him.
Bruce Boxleitner does not get enough credit,
No,
I think,
definitely
for
not.
his performance in both this and Legacy.
Exactly. He's brilliant in Legacy.
He's so good in both of these movies and such a memorable character that, like you said, you just so root for.
For sure.
You so want to see him
Yeah,
win.
you're behind him. He's a rallying force.
Yes,
It's just like
He's
James Cameron was talking about in Avatar.
Sure.
He had all these people he wanted to cast that were all great actors, but you need somebody who, when you're giving that speech, everyone's going to rally behind this guy.
Exactly.
And Bruce Boxleitner really, he does that very well.
He does. He's a really good actor. So I'm a big fan of this first movie. I think it's really solid. I think it's tons of fun, actually, on this recent rewatch. Again, maybe because I'm into the world now.
I am too.
And it's just cool to see where it all started.
I'm a big Tron fan. I've been a big Tron fan since I saw Legacy.
Yes.
And I've always kind of had a disdain for the original, like almost as if it's like the embarrassing beginnings of something cool.
I understand
that. But in retrospect, I have a lot of more respect for this.
It's grown a lot on me.
Yeah.
I had it at probably 3 stars. This recent rewatch bumped it up to 4.
Yeah.
I really think it's a solid movie.
It's a pretty solid movie, for sure. It is very Disney, though. It's very Disney. Like Disney family
but at the same time, it's sort of, again, it's groundbreaking in many ways.
Yeah.
And so,
but I'm just saying, like, comparing this to, we mentioned earlier, Blade Runner.
Which
is another high-concept science fiction film about...
R-rated, though.
But it's about the similar themes. It's about identity and humanity.
It maybe goes a little deeper.
Sure. It definitely goes much deeper.
But this, again, I just like the straightforwardness of it. I like that the family can watch it.
Yeah.
I like that it's just...
it's Blade Runner. It's Blade Runner by way of Star Wars.
Yeah, it's an easy watch.
Yeah.
It's an easy watch. And like I said, the more you get into this world, I think the more you appreciate it and what it was doing. And it's just visually, again, it's so unique. I love movies that just... They look different. It looks different from anything I've ever seen. There's no other movie I could compare that. I can go, Tron, the first one, it kind of looks like this.
Sure.
Because there's just literally no other movie that did this.
It set such a standard, and that's something that all the Tron movies have done. Maybe except for Ares, although we'll talk about that later.
Let's move on to Legacy.
There's some things. Okay,
we're ready
just
to move on
before
to Legacy.
Just before we move on, I wanted to mention Tron Classic. Kind of, we talked about it being a cult classic.
Sure.
This is the theme of every Tron film. It is technologically groundbreaking. Has an amazing score and kind of a vaguely religious themed kind of straightforward plot, kind of a skeleton of the story.
Sure.
But is also commercially a failure.
Yeah.
And kind of is an underrated hidden gem,
Yes,
is beloved among the fans.
Yeah, you're right.
But isn't usually the biggest success.
It's true.
And it's interesting that Disney, of all people, are the ones that started it and kind of keep it alive all throughout. It's interesting.
You're right.
I did not expect us to get Ares.
Yeah,
Ares was a big surprise.
The fact that we've gotten 3 Tron movies
and a TV show,
really incredible,
and multiple games.
Considering this movie basically made no money.
Yeah,
that's really amazing.
Did you
it's
hear
really
about
video that set it off and made it the big hit that it is?
Did you hear about this not winning Best Visual Effects at the Oscars
because they cheated?
They cheated by using digital effects.
I know.
That's crazy
to think about.
That's
because
insane.
Every movie now uses digital.
Every
effects.
one of them. There isn't a movie that doesn't win Best Visual Effects that doesn't use computer-generated effects.
True. All right, let's move on to Legacy. So this came out in '82.
Right. Let's actually keep our narrative thread going.
Yeah.
In Tron.
Yeah.
What do we learn about users and programs? The relationship between users and programs. What is this movie saying philosophically about creation? It's a very salvific story.
Sure.
Overcoming the devil.
Yep.
Overcoming control, really, pride and control, slavery,
which we get more into in the future ones. I feel like.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we should move on to Legacy.
Okay. All right.
You ready?
Okay. I just wanted to give us a baseline for classic.
Sure. Yeah.
To carry us through to Legacy.
Yeah.
Because
the guy creates a world.
Right.
Goes into the world. Saves the world. And then at the end of the film, we see him become the new head of Incom, this company that he's been kind of challenging the whole time. It comes out that
Dillinger cheated.
Yeah. David Warner plays Dillinger, does a great job. He cheated. He gets ousted by the company.
He plays many characters,
and he plays Sark as well. And so, Flynn is now in charge of Incom. Flynn is the guy in charge. He's got his buddy Tron there, or Alan in the real world.
Yeah,
Laurie is there as well.
Which She's, I think, the biggest missed opportunity of the movie.
She
has
she's
basically nothing to do the whole time.
she's kind of just there.
Yeah, it's
she's
unfortunate
kinda just
because she's on the poster.
Yeah, I know.
She should be
I
like
know.
the. Thankfully, they fixed it in Legacy and created Korra, who's
Sure,
like
sure,
the coolest character ever.
Absolutely.
Maybe my favorite Tron character ever.
She's
is
great.
Korra.
She's great. So he's now in charge of Incom.
Right.
And then years pass, and there's actually a comic book called Betrayal.
Tron Betrayal. Yeah.
Um,
Have you read it?
I own it.
Oh, you own it?
I thought you had it. Do you not have it now? I thought
you had it. Oh, maybe it's been lost in the grid
It might
somewhere.
be lost.
Interesting.
It's
I know I read it at some
in-between
point.
story. Yeah, it's the in-between story of what happened with Flynn.
Yeah.
He now gives birth to a son, or
Mhm.
he and his wife welcome a son. She gets sick.
Yeah.
And dies.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically, Flynn becomes obsessed with.
He's torn between
life.
three. He's torn between three worlds. Really, is the story.
Yes, but he
Which
becomes
3 is a number that becomes very significant throughout
Sure,
all of Tron.
sure.
It's significant in the first one. We have Ram, Flynn,
right.
and Tron himself.
Exactly.
And then in the second one, we also have 3 leads.
Correct. So he becomes obsessed with permanence, the permanence code.
Right.
And becoming obsessed with eternal life and how to save people from dying. He's afraid his son is going to contract the same disease and die.
Yeah.
And so he's kind of split between the real world and his real son and the grid.
Yeah, running Incom,
Right.
raising his son, and building the grid, which he
Exactly.
believes that's really like his perspective. That's the Lord's work.
Yeah.
That's his.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
That's the new
is
frontier.
Create the grid. It's the new frontier. It's going to change the world.
And there is our destiny.
Exactly.
And so Alan Bradley, Tron, is on the board of directors of Incom. Dillinger's son is also on the board,
That's
played
right.
by
Cillian Murphy. Yeah.
Who has one scene and one line of dialogue. And then,
But Flynn vanishes.
Right, exactly.
He vanishes for a long period of time, and
His-
Sam Flynn kind of grows
his
up without a
son.
dad.
Yes.
Alan is kind of almost his surrogate
Surrogate
father
father,
a
yeah.
little bit, which is cool
Yeah.
because it makes Sam kind of raised by Flynn and Tron,
right.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, thematically, for what you're saying there is like if Flynn is kind of the creator god,
right.
then Tron is kind of more the I would say
Holy Spirit.
the spirit. Yeah, he's definitely the spirit
Yeah.
of the 3 characters.
Right.
So now Sam.
But what's interesting is, so you have those 3. You have
Right.
Kevin, Sam, Flynn, and Alan Bradley. Then on the grid, you of course have Tron, Kevin Flynn, and Clue, who we see in the first movie briefly.
It's a very different kind of Clue, but
but it's the same idea. Of
Yeah.
It's
A
Kevin
copy.
Flynn's program. And so he creates a new Clue, essentially, on this new grid.
Clue 2.
And it's an exact replica.
Romero's Zoo 2.
He's literally made in the image. Actually, Kevin Flynn says this, in the image of Kevin Flynn.
Yeah.
And so
He is for all intents and purposes Adam.
or you could say the son, right? But he unlike Sam, he's kind of the prodigal son, I would say.
Okay.
So Clue is your
Interesting.
prodigal son.
I would say
or Adam. I like the Adam.
That's an
The Adam
interesting-
analogy
that's
is
an
probably a
interesting
better one,
allegory.
especially considering what happens with
I
Clue.
think that from my perspective, Clue is Adam.
That makes a lot of
Clue
sense.
represents Adam
Yeah.
because in Legacy, what happens is he makes a creation in his own image, and it corrupts the creation, and it totally takes
Correct.
over, and its descendants take over, and Clue totally deforms the creation.
It's very much a Frankenstein story
Exactly.
from that perspective.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
But in the end, he's redeemed.
yes,
Clue
yes.
literally in
Well,
death.
Clue. I mean, yeah.
He becomes
Sure.
one with the Father.
Correct. Exactly. It's totally right. So yeah, what's interesting about this is Legacy gets a little more complicated because of Clue's role, Sam's role, Korra. We'll talk about her in a minute.
Yeah, she's a big thing.
Because essentially what happens to Flynn, if you look at, Flynn definitely is the creator of this grid. He gets trapped by his creation.
Sure.
And so he's
It's
sort
like
of...
I made a Spy Kids 2 reference earlier.
Yeah.
Intentionally.
Right. Does God stay in heaven?
Yeah, because he
he's
fears his
afraid of
creation. Yeah.
And so he... his son Sam in the real world feels like he's been abandoned. He doesn't know what happened to his dad.
Exactly.
He feels like he's probably on a beach in Tahiti somewhere, or dead, or both.
Yeah.
This is one of his lines.
Right.
Which you don't go to Tahiti after you die. We can confirm this. But
it's interesting that Sam, he really, I mean, he on the surface, he doesn't care about his dad really, but deep down he does.
Oh, sure.
And it's revealed in maybe my favorite scene in the movie, which is the dinner scene between Sam and his father.
Yes.
That Sam has clung to every word Flynn said before he disappeared.
Sure.
I mean, every story about the grid, that's why he knows what's going on all the time.
Right. Yep.
It's like he really, he loved his dad. Because I think he knew that his dad loved him.
Oh, of course.
That's why he's so confused and so rebellious in the beginning.
It's great, that opening scene we have with him and Sam as a kid.
Yeah.
You know, we get that relationship. It's a very close relationship. Mm-hmm. They're having a lot of fun together.
Yeah.
And so, it's an interesting relationship. And so Sam, sort of rebelling, he kind of breaks into income once a year just to make the statement that he's still around and he doesn't agree with the way they're running things, but he doesn't want to step in and run things.
He is the largest shareholder.
Exactly. And so that's really fun. And then there's that great scene with Alan coming by, his cool little shipping container he lives in.
Yeah.
And they have a fun
Which is a reference to the older program.
Yeah, Dumont
is on the shipping. It's pretty cool.
And so he tells them about this page he has from the old arcade.
Yeah.
And he goes in there, and that's where he gets transported onto the grid.
That's all detailed plot stuff.
And there's a great song playing, Journey song.
There's two great songs.
There's Journey, right? So Journey did music for the original Tron.
Yeah.
They also did this. They use a Journey song called "Separate Worlds."
Separate Ways.
Separate Ways, Worlds Apart is the title.
Yeah,
so, yes,
right.
Yes, Worlds Apart, which is very fitting because Sam and Kevin are worlds apart, literally.
And they've gone their separate ways.
They have gone their separate ways. And
the other
right
song
after that, the
is
Eurythmic Sweet Dreams are made of this.
Sweet Dreams are made of this, which I think is also very thematically appropriate.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so Sam ends up on the grid.
Mm-hmm.
And
and it's the coolest looking thing you've ever seen.
It's so cool.
Tron Legacy. We need to talk just for a second.
Joseph Kosinski. This director. First time director. Long-time architect. Yes.
And
effects guy.
Visual effects artist.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
That's why this movie looks the way it does.
It looks amazing.
That's why it looks like Oblivion.
It still looks better than most movies look.
Yeah. It's interesting, not just in terms of art style, because it has a very distinct art style.
Production design is
great.
But
it's the way that it's shot. It's the cinematography. It's really...
Lighting.
It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous looking movie.
Slow-mo. They use everything perfectly. I mean, it's
IMAX footage.
IMAX ratio, which it switches to as soon as he gets on the grid, if you have the Blu-ray. So he's there on the grid. Right, exactly. He's there on the grid, and he gets, freaked out. He doesn't know what's going on. He eventually gets into the games. Mm-hmm. He gets captured by a recognizer, which looks awesome. And so then he's in these games. He sees his action figure in front of him, which would be kind of cool to experience. And they do these awesome light battles. And then he's confronted by Rinzler, a.k.a. Tron.
That's right.
And so...
Rinzler's a cool villain.
Rinzler is super cool. He's great because he's this decked out in black.
I'm
but
curious.
He's still got the Tron T up top, if you notice.
Right, yeah. He's obviously Tron.
And so he pulls out his identity discs.
He fights the same way Tron does.
So these identity discs are important. We need to talk about these. Because the identity disc is basically who you are. It's essentially your soul.
Sure.
It's your complete identity.
All of your memories, everything that you are.
It's who you are.
Yeah.
It's your heart. It's your soul.
Which is cool because in the original Tron, in order for Tron to communicate to his creator, he raises up his identity up to his creator.
That's right.
That's that iconic image of him raising it up. It's basically praying.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And so Rinzler has not one but two identities at war within him.
That's true.
Because we find out through flashbacks that Clue basically turned on Kevin and Tron.
That's right.
Because he was designed to create the perfect system. And in order to do that, he realizes that Flynn and Tron are just getting in the way. And so he basically has to eliminate them.
Right.
And so what he actually ends up doing is transforming Tron into Rinzler, who's his minion, basically, his henchman.
Sure. His tiger.
Correct. Yeah, he lets him loose, when he needs some work to be done.
Yeah.
And so Rinzler has these two identities, two discs that he fights with, And of course, Sam Flynn is defeated, taken
I
before
want to
Clue.
mention just briefly.
Yeah.
Tron Uprising.
Sure.
Is a TV show that takes place
between, right?
It's in the 90s.
Okay.
So it's right after the betrayal,
Gotcha. Okay.
before Tron becomes Rinsler.
Oh, interesting.
So it's all about Tron,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's such a good show. And
Right.
it might be my favorite Tron thing ever,
Yeah,
honestly,
Yeah.
because it's animated and the art style can really just pop.
Yeah.
It's like concept art come to life.
Sure,
It's
sure.
incredible to look at.
That's cool.
The showrunner went on to help with Spider-Verse. So it has a very similar
Nice.
kind of animation
Yeah,
style
sure.
as Spider-Verse, but very Tron.
So it's very much about Tron.
It's very Tron focused.
Beck
and
is the main character?
The drive of the story is a character called Beck, who's just a guy who takes on the mantle of Tron and has to spread the basically like this Tron
The gospel.
propaganda
The gospel
to
of Tron.
the grid. It's
Right.
very cool.
great. I love it.
It's literally it is sharing the gospel with
Yeah.
people because the way people respond to Tron
Right.
is very thematically appropriate.
Yeah. He's kind of the savior figure of the grid.
Some people like, oh, you hear the word Tron,
Revere
you're
it,
like, oh my
yeah.
gosh, like, Tron, he's
Yeah.
real, like
Yeah.
he's still alive.
Right.
And then others are like, oh, we don't talk about Tron
right,
here.
right,
we don't
yeah.
like Tron.
Yeah.
Tron's a myth. Tron only causes trouble.
Right. They're
So-
step in line with Clue. Clue is their new lord and master.
And it's cool because you get to see all of these different programs react to it differently, and they're friends, and it's it's a great show.
That's
it's
great.
Such a good
I gotta
show.
check it out.
Yeah.
I gotta watch it. So Clue,
And a tragic ending, obviously.
Oh,
because,
of course. Yeah. Tron
Unfortunately,
becomes
it didn't get a second season, which it should have,
Yeah.
which would have really solidified Tron becoming Rinsler. But
Right.
it does have a pretty dramatic conclusion with
Gotcha.
Clue showing up.
Gotcha.
At the end.
Gotcha.
It's pretty cool.
Interesting. So yeah.
So Rinsler.
So Rinsler defeats Sam. He's taken before Clue. He thinks it's his dad at first because he's made in his image. He looks just like him. And of course, Sam basically it's revealed that he's not Kevin Flynn.
Sam is an interesting character. He's very much an audience surrogate.
Yes.
In the sense that he doesn't really have. He's a blank slate.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a ton of personality.
Right. Makes it easy to relate to, though.
Yeah.
Easy for the audience to. It's
For
very
us to
Luke
imprint onto
Skywalker.
him. We can imprint onto him
Very
very
Luke
easily.
Skywalker. He's this kind of this heroic guy. He's a little bit of a rebel, I guess, but he's he's just kind of a very straightforward character. He's not very dynamic.
Right.
But we're going and seeing this world through him, and I think Garrett Hedlund does a fine job. In
Oh
the
yeah,
role.
yeah, definitely.
And
I mean,
so-
I would love to see more
Yeah.
of him as Sam Flynn.
Sure.
His relationship with Cora, we'll talk about.
Yes.
There's more you could do with the
There's
characters and
tons.
story of Legacy, for
sure.
sure.
So Clue basically, as we said before, is taken over as the kind of tyrant of the grid.
Sure.
Everything's under his control.
Yeah.
And
You're
so,
our liberator, our luminary.
Yes, exactly. So
Free them from the tyranny of the users.
Yeah.
The language that they use and everything is so appropriate.
It's very political and it's very spiritual.
And
it's all
the
there.
themes that we mentioned earlier in the first one of the kind of Roman system of the games and the politics carry over to this even more so.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And there are a lot of like I said, Legacy is a little more complicated because they're adding in a lot of other religious ideology here. One thing I think of is during those games that Sam is in at the beginning, you see Clue pick up these two balls and he's moving them in his hand, and then he starts moving them the other way. Yin and yang, that whole idea is there. Of course, Kevin mentions his Zen thing, which is a very Eastern idea.
Duality of self.
Cora comes in during the light cycle battle.
Yes.
Right? She saves Sam, takes him off the grid to where Clue can't reach him. He meets his dad.
Yeah.
His dad is there. He's old, because it's been years. Jeff Bridges aged.
Yeah.
And then basically Cora is explained as this thing called an ISO.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about ISOs because...
So the environment was just right.
The grid.
For the ISOs to just pop into being. It's kind of how it's explained.
The conditions were
and he refers to them though as a miracle. Yeah. Which is interesting. So what do you think about that?
So this is where I think we clash a little bit in our interpretation of the ISOs. The ISOs and the permanence code we'll talk about later in Aries This is I think the most interesting stuff. I've always gravitated toward the more mystical side of things.
Sure.
So with Star Wars, I love the Force, I love the Jedi stuff.
Right.
And with this, I love the ISOs. They're explored a little bit more in Tron Uprising as well, which is cool. But a little more social commentary there.
Sure.
But yeah, Korra is a fascinating character. Korra to me represents the gospel. She represents the changing power of God that is inexplicable. Okay. It's there's a line that Flynn says about perfection.
Yeah.
How it's unknowable, it's unachievable, and yet it's right in front of us all the time.
Right.
Because there is miracle all around us. There are miraculous things that happen all the time. Creation, the miracle of creation, the miracle of nature. And Korra is an extension of that.
Right.
Korra is God's hand in man's creation. You know, it's in everything that we create because we're created in the image of God.
Right.
There is something that is not completely us.
Yeah. Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So that's kind of how I interpret Korra. I think that Korra is beyond even Kevin Flynn's
beyond just
person.
the grid, beyond just the physical creation. She's kind of a spiritual reality in a way.
Sure,
you could look at it
exactly. She is, because the grid is.
She's almost like an angel.
Almost an angel.
Yeah.
Almost an angel.
That would maybe be a better comparison.
Maybe.
Because she's not perfect, but she has that purity to her, that naive quality of she doesn't know things.
Yeah.
She hasn't been around. You know, it's like she doesn't. It's almost like she doesn't have original sin. Almost. You know, there's kind of that idea. I feel like in her too. So these three now team up, which you could look at as the Father, Son, and Spirit as well. I feel like Korra, Kevin, and Sam.
Sam, Kevin, and Korra. They're the Father, Son,
Trinity that you can see.
And she's definitely the more spiritual side of things.
Right. And so she's also a warrior, you know, which we know angels are the hosts of the Lord, the army host of angels. She comes in and saves the day a couple times. And so, it's a really great story. They kind of end up, you know, confronting this character called Zeus.
Yep. Zeus is a great
first
character.
Roman Greek god.
That's right.
Mentioned.
That's right. Yes.
He's greatly played by Michael Sheen. I love the character.
Brilliant.
Very
performance.
big performance. Yeah. And but he's also the Judas character. He betrays them to Clue.
It's true.
And so you have that kind of allegory there as well, as a betrayer who comes in. And let's get back to Clue for a minute, because Clue is my favorite character in the film. I think he's great. A lot of people can't stand the CGI.
Okay.
I've never been really bothered by it,
especially
because he's a digital creation in the first place.
I love Polar Express.
Yeah, right. It's very Polar Express.
I love Polar Express.
We were mentioning that when we were rewatching it.
If you love Polar Express, that is never going to bother you.
Right.
Bad faces and uncanny.
Yeah.
I love Beowulf. I love like none of that has ever bothered me.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me either. Again, I think mostly because we're in a digital world anyway, so it doesn't really. It's like it doesn't matter.
And it looks good. I think it
great. Actually looks good.
The way that they shoot it is really smart too, because it's usually in shadow or it's behind him or whatever.
It was very groundbreaking too. You got to remember, this 2010, 15 years ago. Yeah. This was one of the first times they ever even attempted this. You know,
is this before Planet of the Apes?
Age. Yeah, this is a year before Rise. A year before Rise came out.
It's pretty impressive.
To do human faces is totally different than ape faces. It's very difficult. But Clue is very much this, you know, again, I look at him kind of as a prodigal son type character, where he was, you know, had this purpose.
Yeah, there is a lot of Kevin Flynn. Is, you know, he represents the Father in many, many ways.
Right.
Korra is kind of an extension of him. His son Sam is, and Clue.
Absolutely.
They're all kind of branches of
Kevin, of course, is an imperfect being. So he couldn't, he didn't,
and that is,
when he created in his image, he created an imperfect being.
Yes.
And so, I like the Adam comparison, you know, of the fallen son.
Exactly.
And so, you know, he's become this God. He's tried to make himself like God. He's tried to take over.
Yes.
He's become a fascist dictator, is really what he is. There's very clear imagery of him up on the Jumbotron giving a big speech in front of this huge army. It's, you know, recalls all that imagery that we see from World War II and other places.
It's Roman meets Nazi.
Yeah.
but all digital.
Right.
So
exactly.
it's a very cool aesthetic.
Uh-huh.
It's very menacing.
It is.
It borrows just enough from the original Tron.
Yep.
The light and the colors and the lines and the shape of everything, but it modernizes it.
Yep. Exactly. And so he's basically confronted. He wants to. He sees his destiny as the real world, just like Kevin Flynn saw his destiny as the grid.
Yeah.
It's kind of the inverse of that. He wants to go into the real world and really, exist there.
I love, and I just want to touch on this briefly, but I talked about the dinner scene as being maybe my favorite scene.
Yeah.
My favorite, interaction is between Kevin Flynn and Clue at the end.
Oh, yeah. It's a fantastic
That
scene.
is so perfect.
So good.
Because it's literally, it's Kevin Flynn emotionally talking to his younger self and forgiving himself for leaving Sam.
Yes, exactly. That's so true. And it's great because the other dynamic there is, of course, Cora and Sam are there too. And Cora's talking about how, Kevin is teaching me about, removing oneself from the equation. And, in Kevin's mind, it's sort of he's become a pacifist. He's like, if I just don't get involved, then, maybe,
it's Clue's game.
It's his game. If I don't get involved, then I won't make it worse, at least. But of course, what he ends up finding is, when Sam is there, he's like, no, I need to go fight. I need to go out, and I need to. The way to remove oneself from the equation is self-sacrifice. That's ultimately how I'm going to win. Is I'm actually going to have to sacrifice myself, absorb Clue into myself, and send Sam and Cora back into the real world. And so that's what ends up happening there. And like you mentioned, that imagery is really, really strong. Of him holding his hands out, saying, I'm sorry.
Literally embracing himself. It's forgiveness of
it's forgiveness himself, and it's love for the son. It's all of these things that we see come together there. That's a really powerful scene. So I really like the ending of this movie. It's really strong. And then the big thing at the end,
it's both repentance and forgiveness.
He
literally says, I was wrong. You don't know that perfection is unknowable because I didn't when I created you.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. He literally apologizes to him and forgives him. It's very cool. It's great. It's a very, very
it's a great ending.
Powerful moment, I think.
It is. I think it's really, really well done, really well crafted film. And then the big thing at the end of this one is Sam and Cora are both in the real world. And so...
and a world of story opens up.
Yes.
Limitless potential we've been thinking about for literally a decade.
15 years it's been. And so now we come to Aries. And Aries is the latest film. It's now in theaters. Go see it. If you haven't seen it, we're going to spoil it. So go watch it in theaters. It's well worth seeing. I was blown away by the visuals in this. I'm just going to sell you up front. I think this is on par with Legacy in many regards.
High praise. Legacy, by the way, I think is a perfect film.
It's 4.5. It's right there for me. It's so good.
I wouldn't add or take away anything.
Yeah, it's great. It's the Daft Punk score we didn't mention, which is legendary at this point. Everyone knows it. Nine Inch Nails. One of the greatest film scores in history. Can we say that 9 Inch Nails nailed it? I mean, they really did. I was impressed with their score.
I have a lot more criticisms of Aries.
Okay, well, we might be divided, because I'm going up higher on this every time I think about it.
Now, that is a plus to Aries.
It grows on you,
I think right? I've been thinking about it more than any other modern blockbuster I've seen.
Absolutely. So, Aries is the sequel.
Yeah, let's get into it.
That jumps 15 years, just like it's been in the real world. And so what's happened between is they did this big kind of explainer kind of thing in the beginning of all these news stories. Sam Flynn and Cora have disappeared. They've handed the reins of Incom over to the Kim sisters. And then you also have Dillinger's grandson taking over his company.
Dillinger evidently had two children.
Dillinger Tech.
Killian Murphy, which is Dillinger Jr.
And Gillian Anderson's character.
Yes, Edward and Gillian.
And so she's her son is now taken over. And he's basically trying to bring programs into the real world.
This is the best idea the movie has.
And so he's
Because
basically 3D printing soldiers and tech.
Yeah, it's a direct continuation of the end of Legacy.
Yes.
It is Korra became physical.
Right.
She entered the real world.
Right.
And saw a sunrise for the first time.
And what probably happened, they don't go into this, they don't explain it, but what I'm guessing
what
happened
I love is that they don't.
Yeah, I love
because
that too.
we have so much to think about and talk about now.
So Korra and Sam existed, and Dillinger found out she was a program and chased her. And that's why they're in hiding.
Interesting.
They're in hiding from Dillinger because he wanted to use that tech and bring all these weapons and just like he's figured out how to do it, but he can't do it permanently.
Right.
It only lasts 29
exactly.
minutes.
The crux of the plot of Tron Ares, it's very simple. It might be simpler than both of the other movies.
Right. Ares is a program created by Dillinger.
Ares is a program.
He's a super soldier.
A defense program in AI.
Yeah.
Who's self-learning.
Right.
There's an awesome sequence where he's training.
So good.
It's so good. It's
he
very well
keeps getting
shot.
Destroyed and he gets back and he's better.
It's awesome. It's one of my favorite parts of the movie.
So good.
But basically, the plot is Ares is sent to get the permanence code.
Correct.
Which has been mentioned many times before.
Sure.
We've never really have heard much about it, but he's sent to get the permanence code from Eve.
This will allow him to last forever. He only lasts 29 minutes in the real world.
Right.
Then he disintegrates.
Yep.
As does everything that they bring in from the grid.
That's right.
So they want the permanence code.
Mm-hmm.
They want eternal life.
Yeah.
Is what they want.
Sure.
And so Eve Kim is out in the Arctic or something trying to create it.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out.
Right.
And she's got Kevin Flynn's old tech and she's in there figuring it out. She ends up figuring it out.
Mm-hmm. Well.
And what do they create?
They create an orange tree.
Eve creates a tree of knowledge.
It's true.
Okay.
It's true.
The fruit which she eats from.
Yeah.
Okay. And
which is also a fun reference to the original Tron.
Oh yeah.
Where the first thing that is digitized is an orange.
Is an orange, absolutely.
It's very cool.
So fruit of knowledge.
That's right.
Knowledge of good and evil.
It's funny because it's literally fruit becoming knowledge.
Yeah.
Becoming digital information.
That's exactly right.
It's pretty cool.
It's very cool. It's a great imagery that again harkens back to Genesis. So, but Ares, on the Ares side.
And, I mean, really, Eve's character, she's highly underrated.
She is. I agree.
I think a lot of people
I think she's still a little one note, but
she's underdeveloped, but there's enough there.
There is. I agree.
Really, she opens Pandora's box after she creates the
permanence code.
The permanence code.
Right.
It changes everything.
Totally.
After she takes the fruit and realizes what's what.
Right.
It's pretty cool.
So on the Ares side, so they've created a tree of knowledge. Incom, the good company, the bad company, they make weapons and soldiers to destroy stuff for the military.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So Dillinger, who is the kind
Evan
of
Peters.
Evan Peters character, the bad guy.
Sure.
Creates Ares, this program, again, this kind of super soldier basically they're trying to make. And so Ares is born into sin. He's born into Dillinger's world. Okay. The corrupt world, where Dillinger is the master. And he's called Master Control.
Yeah.
But he has no control.
Exactly.
And he's not the master. He is the slave of Dillinger. He has to do everything Dillinger tells him.
Yeah.
But like you said, he's AI. So he has this ability to learn and to know more and to grow.
Which, if you watch Tron Uprising, basically every program can do that.
Okay.
But
interesting.
But Ares is unique, even among other programs.
Right.
Because he develops a value of life.
Exactly. Well, he becomes curious about the world. Once he's transported in the world, he sees rain for the first time. He's fascinated by rain. This water, this life-giving thing that he doesn't know what it is.
There's a motif in kind of, it reminded me of a video game I played called Detroit Become Human. But there's a motif in kind of all AI self-aware stories where they experience something. Yeah. And it's like a feeling or something they experience that changes them, makes them go deviant, and they gain consciousness.
Water plays a bigger role in this movie than I thought. You know, that whole idea of we're born by water and the spirit, the idea of baptism.
Tron was literally baptized as Rensselaer.
Absolutely, yes.
Literally,
that's
physically.
True. Oh, we forgot to mention that. Yes, Tron does end up fighting for the users at the end. He has this crisis of consciousness at the end of Legacy, and does end up trying to kind of save Sam and Korra, but he ends up falling into this water. His red light turns white, and we assume, oh, Tron's back, you know. Tron's not back, but he is in a way.
Okay,
he is in a way. We'll talk about this. Hold on just a second.
We'll continue talking about Tron Ares, the plot.
So Ares...
Because after Ares gains self-awareness...
Right. He becomes curious about the real world. He wants life. He wants to live.
They have that epic light cycle chase.
Dillinger has, by the way, no regard for Ares or any program. They're super expendable to him. He doesn't really care about them at all.
That's proven in the epic
training
infiltration sequence.
Oh, in the infiltration, sure.
Where Cameron Monaghan makes a cameo appearance, which I predict he had a much larger role in the story.
Is on screen for literally maybe 10 seconds. I mean, literally, it's maybe 10 seconds of screen time. But his face is on screen.
I'm pretty sure they cut out almost all of his footage.
It's crazy
because I can tell in that moment.
Yeah,
that
there was more there.
They had a few more things there going on.
I would love to see an extended
It's a
cut.
crux for Ares to turn.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because it's like Ares cares about his fellow programmers.
Yeah, I don't even remember his name, but yeah, Cameron Monaghan's
character,
like
Silius,
he gets his leg cut off, and Ares it's a big moment for him.
Yeah,
it's like an emotional moment. Even though we've never seen this character before, and he's literally fought with him for like 2 seconds on screen.
Yeah, he's basically a background character, like a stormtrooper.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I like that idea.
Caius is his name.
Okay, Caius. So he has this moment with Caius, and he's like,
They never say his name.
Right. I think they do say it one time.
Maybe.
I think they do say it one time. So this is kind of what causes him to go, okay, Dillinger doesn't care about me. I'm not master control. He's master control. How do I escape this bondage that I'm in? So he's in bondage to slavery.
Yeah.
In bondage to this sinful master of this world that he's a part of.
The master of this world has told him that he is his own god. He has his own master control.
Right. He does not have that.
He has realized...
It's a lie.
Yeah, he has realized that it's a lie.
Correct.
That there is something beyond him.
Yes.
And that he is impermanent.
Yeah. And when he's in the real world, again, seeing that reign, it's that idea of there's something more here. There's another world, there's another realm, there's another God that I can serve. And so his whole desire is to break free from this bondage. He wants liberty, he wants freedom. And it goes on this big journey. It becomes kind of this chase movie where he's sent after Eve Kim and Athena.
We talked about that awesome light cycle sequence.
Great light cycle sequence. That's why I'm saying in this movie, visually, they're basically doing what Legacy did, but in the real world. So it's natural environments, it's cityscapes.
Yeah, what I think
it's these light cycles in the real world, and seeing them interact with the real world is just so cool.
What I think is most unfortunate is all of it is footage from the trailer.
A lot of it, yeah. The trailer gave
everything in the trailer. Everything in the trailer is basically the third act.
You're totally right.
I really wish that there was something more there. I mean, it's an excellent trailer. It's such a great trailer.
It got us in the theater. I mean,
For sure.
It did what they wanted it to do. But it is a little disappointing that you did see.
I saw the recognizer.
The big sequences.
I wish I hadn't seen the recognizer.
Yeah, the recognizer in the real world is the coolest.
That was an epic moment.
But I think we've ever seen in the films.
Just the teaser should have just been the light cycles.
And then the drones come out, and it's just stunning. It's stunning to look at.
Which I've heard people debate about the drones existing.
Yeah,
how can programs create programs? To me, they're just vehicles.
Right.
They're just self-guided missiles, basically.
Exactly.
They're not intelligent programs.
Sentient. Yeah. No. They don't talk or anything.
Yeah. Even, bits have always existed.
Bit even kind of talks. So
like, it's positive, negative. He's like a pet.
Yeah. Right.
But...
so, anyway, some great visuals, great chases. You know, the chase through the city.
Emotionally,
great.
Ares confronts Kim.
Yeah.
And she can tell that there's something different about him.
Right.
Because he's trying to talk to her. He's not trying to kill her.
Yes, exactly.
He wants the permanence code for himself. But not necessarily selfishly.
Yeah.
He's not like he wants it all for himself.
Right.
It's more like he wants it so that he can experience life.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, he has altruistic motives. He's not just an evil program seeking to destroy all things.
He just has curiosity.
Yeah, exactly.
He's very naive.
He is naive, yes, for sure. He's learning these references too. That's kind of where some of the humor comes in. Some of it worked, some of it didn't. A lot of the supporting characters didn't work at all.
Everything Ares did worked.
I liked Ares. I like Jared Leto. Jared Leto did a great job.
Yeah.
It's all the supporting characters that I didn't care for. Although
say all
I
of
liked
them. I wouldn't say all of them.
I liked Evan Peters as the villain. I thought he was fine.
Evan Peters is great.
Gillian Anderson was okay.
I still think Eve
kind of just
Kim
there.
is a good character.
I think she's fine. I think all her supporting tech buddies are so just unnecessary.
I think that the main one is unnecessary.
I think
the silly one, just the comic relief.
No. It's
he's the most unnecessary.
It's the guy at the Comic-Con.
The cowboy guy. I love him.
He's the worst.
He's the worst.
He's my least favorite character.
Oh, he's great.
He to me served no purpose at all.
I disagree.
I think the funny sidekick was way more interesting and way more fun. Just his presence was fun. The other guy, I didn't get it. I didn't get why he was there. Who was he? I don't know who he was. I don't know why he was there. Okay. And then he had an assistant, some lady that kept showing up. I was like, well, who is she and why is she here? I just didn't understand it.
I know you didn't.
It seems so unnecessary.
It's unfortunate that you didn't understand.
Explain it to me.
The comic relief dork should not have existed.
Okay.
He was an utter waste of time.
Okay.
And detracted from Eve Kim's story.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Okay.
He actively hurt the story. In my opinion.
Okay.
The cowboy hat guy, the cowboy, he represents the face of the company, because Eve Kim is off doing tech stuff.
Okay.
Someone has to be the charismatic leader guy.
Okay.
Who's like the like your onstage presence.
He's got to sell the product.
He's the onstage presence.
I get it.
Right?
I get what they were trying to do.
And he's there at the big con.
Just for the story, I didn't get it.
He's there at the big con, and it's the Space Paranoids, version 4000 or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, he represents the kind of cavalier Kevin Flynn attitude, the public persona of Incom.
Okay,
is kind of who he is,
gotcha.
and Kim is the techie, creative side of Kevin.
Well, what's interesting about Eve
and she
Kim
has basically no personality.
What's interesting about Eve Kim is she was him. It's implied that she was just interested in the games and the money and all that. And then her sister was the one who wanted to do the humanitarian work and figure out how we could help humanity. But her sister also
was more personable than she was.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
So they were the perfect tag team.
Yes.
That's why I like Cowboy. Because Cowboy...
He's kind of the surrogate for the sister.
He's filling in the void that her sister left.
I got it.
I like that they don't really
To me, the comic relief guy was that.
No,
he should have been that.
He was completely unnecessary.
He should have been that. For there to be two characters like that, it was unnecessary. They should have combined them.
I just think you should have cut the hoodie guy who just makes MCU jokes the whole movie.
Okay.
Because none of them were funny to me.
No, you're right. Most of the humor didn't land very
well. He didn't work. I think humor in the movie worked. I don't think his humor worked. He's the problem. That character is the problem. He should have been cut from the movie.
You would have the cowboy guy in his spot the whole time.
Yes. I think that their dynamic is really interesting.
Yeah.
You can have one guy who is kind of an idiot, but he's really good with people.
Right, sure.
And then you have a genius who's very, she's off the grid.
We can both agree that the cowboy guy's assistant was unnecessary, though, right?
But that's part of the joke, is that he's the assistant guy, and he has his own assistant.
Right.
It's the redundancy of the
hierarchy, of the corporatism.
Corporatism, exactly.
Gotcha. So let's get to the big parts that, to me, really resonated and spoke highly to the spiritual nature of
traveling to the classic grid.
And Tron is transported, or Ares is transported there, which we can talk about that now.
We might as well just call him Tron because Ares,
Tron.
Ares is effectively Tron.
Yeah, he's the
Tron was originally created.
New iteration of
Tron was originally created as the defense program for Incom.
Right. Mm-hmm.
He's a defense program created by Alan Bradley.
Correct.
The greatest defense program ever.
Right.
So good. Yeah. That Kevin Flynn basically said, "I'm bringing you into my new group."
Yes, exactly.
And just updated him.
Right.
So Ares is an updated version of Tron. He serves the same function for the Dillinger
He's
group.
Dillinger's version of Tron.
Exactly.
He's this god of war,
created
to. He's almost more of a virus created to attack other programs.
Yeah,
that's literally what he does.
He's
in the movie.
Infiltration and defense program.
Exactly. So he goes in and attacks other programs to get whatever Dillinger wants out of them, and come back.
He's very versatile because he's an AI program.
Exactly.
Now we need to talk about his name, Ares.
Sure.
I did
God
a little.
of War.
Yeah, Ares in Greek mythology, god of war. Usually depicted as a villain in pop culture.
Sure.
But the actual Greek mythological figure...
He's on Mount Olympus.
He's on Mount Olympus. Yeah. He's kind of an altruistic figure in some ways.
Yeah.
He's obviously evil and unstoppable to his enemies.
Yes.
But he invented war.
He only goes to war when he has to.
He is
war.
He is a warrior. He is a virtuous warrior.
Correct.
You know, the god of heroic standards of war.
Yeah.
The fairness and justice and a level playing field.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
to destroy evil.
Ares is one of the only Greek gods in the pantheon not to abuse his wife.
Wow.
He's he's a very honorable character.
No, he's married to Athena, right?
He's an honorable.
Athena is this goddess of wisdom and war.
Right. He's an honorable figure.
Yeah.
And Ares in this movie, is like Ares in Greek mythology.
Yeah.
He develops a sense of altruism like Tron and becomes a warrior like Tron.
Yes, very much so. And so when he's transported to the 80s
This
grid,
is why the sequence in the 80s grid.
Yeah, it's so good.
We should have changed one little thing.
Well, here's why you shouldn't. I think I have a reason maybe not to.
I'll hear you out.
I think I have maybe a
reason
reason
not to. So what happens in the 80s grid?
So in the 80s grid,
we have to go in the 80s grid, by the way, because Kevin Flynn
hid the only one
he hid the
with
code.
the permanence code.
He hid the code he hid the permanence code in the original grid.
Right, exactly. So we go back there, and it looks just like the original movie. I mean, it's so cool. I love the way they did it. They didn't try to update it. I mean, it literally just looks like it did in 82, basically. Mm-hmm. And so he comes across
Except
Flynn.
more empty.
Yeah, exactly. Very empty, very dull, even more boring than the first Tron movie.
Yeah. But kind of for a good reason. I mean, that grid has been out of commission for a long time. It's supposed to be,
right. Yeah, it's just Flynn there by himself.
That's
and so Bit comes in, and Bit leads him to Flynn. And so Jeff Bridges is back.
That's right.
And Flynn is there.
This is when I was kind of rolling my eyes in the theater a little bit of like, here we go.
Right.
He's back, and he's going to have his moment. We're in the original grid. Oh.
But here's why I love this. So we're back on the original grid with the original creator.
Right? Adorned in white.
All white. See-through.
Yeah.
Did you notice he's transparent? Completely transparent.
Because he's full program.
He's fully integrated into the grid.
He's become a digital consciousness.
He is biodigital jazz, man.
He is, yeah.
So
now it's interesting because I interpret this slightly differently than you.
Okay. To me, he's the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
He's the Holy Spirit.
Okay.
Because what he literally does for Ares is he regenerates him.
Yeah.
He gives him a new identity, a new identity disc, where he sheds his red, blood-stained suit for a pure white suit. Yeah. I mean, it's the imagery is just beautiful.
It is.
It's beautiful.
It is very. It's very like.
It's so good.
Clear cut. What it's trying to do.
Right.
The only thing I would change is, I wish that it was. Tron. I wish that it was Tron instead of Kevin.
Bruce Boxleitner had come back
because Tron is the spirit in the original film.
Yeah. You're not wrong. You're not
just
wrong.
make it be Tron and literally give him Tron's identity disc, and have Ares become the next Tron.
Right.
Take on the identity,
Your
just
name
like Beck, like Beck did before. To me, that would have made the allegory just a little more perfect.
Yeah.
I understand. Right. You want to bring Jeff Bridges back? He's the guy.
He's the guy. Yeah.
He's the main draw.
Right.
He's in the trailer, unfortunately.
Literally
everything cool about the movie is in the trailer.
Scene.
He's in one shot, and it's in the trailer. But yeah, it's an interesting. I
like it. I just like that. You know, Ares. I mean, he can't change on his own. He literally has to have Flynn come in and
he
say,
needs more than just Flynn. He needs an external source to grant him eternal life.
Exactly. That's exactly right. So Ares is given the new identity. He's given the new identity disc.
Yeah.
He's regenerated, born not of the will of man, but of the will of God. And he's no longer a slave to his former master.
Yeah.
He's free.
Right.
He's truly free. He's truly free. And I think I like what you're getting at, because it is different, because it's not now like he's a slave to Flynn, who has this altruistic mission for him. He now just kind of has to go figure it out. And that's kind of where the metaphor breaks down if you're looking at it through Christianity's lens. Because
I was thinking of it in reverse. I think this is where the metaphor begins.
Oh, interesting.
He begins his Christian walk.
Oh, okay.
He's a new believer.
Okay.
And there's a world that he has to discover. There's a world of trials ahead.
Yes.
He has to learn.
You're not wrong. I just feel like the movie doesn't really give him like, here's your mission now. It's sort of like he's just like
he doesn't have a mission.
Right.
He's not given a direct.
Right.
It's not there's no clear goal.
Right.
And really, I mean, in my personal experience with becoming a Christian, that was my first initial feeling.
Yeah.
Was wow, what
do I
now?
do now? Yeah.
I feel like the world has opened up and I have new eyes, and
sure.
I'm just like I felt like Dorothy from Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Like meek and humble.
Well, these movies are very much like that.
Yeah.
Sort of a Alice in Wonderland type story where someone's transported to another world and they have to kind of discover the world.
Yeah, exactly.
And that happens for Ares here, but we do have a mission. We have a very specific mission we're given.
Yeah.
And I just feel like,
but there's room for that. And there's room to give him that.
And he kind of
there's room to give him that through Korah and Sam, who are
definitely
the perfect people to disciple him.
Right, exactly.
The perfect people.
Yeah, they're the apostles.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, dude! I have a pitch for Tron 4.
Okay.
And
well, we should mention just before you do that.
Okay.
They do set up a Tron 4 in the post-credit scene, mid-credit scene. So
they
what
set it
happens,
up in many ways because they set up that Sam Flynn is off somewhere with Korah doing something.
Right, and Ares is out looking for them.
Ares at the very end, he gets on his Ducati.
Yeah, he's in Jared Leto garb.
I would be kicked by my fiance if I didn't mention Ducati because it's her favorite thing ever.
He's in Jared Leto garb.
We have a Ducati bike in Legacy.
Hey,
I think there's a Ducati in the original, right?
The hair's down. Ares is full on Jared Leto.
Hair's down and beard's out.
Beard's out. And,
he looks like Jesus the whole movie.
He basically does. And so he's out there. Mid-credits, though, Dillinger, right? Dillinger's now on the grid.
Now, what's cool about before that is he's cornered by the police.
Right.
The police arrive at Dillinger Court.
Because Athena, we didn't talk a lot about her. But
we probably should, because she has some thematic relevance, I think.
Kind of. She's just kind of a minion. In my opinion, she's like what if you don't meet Jesus?
It's like Rinsler. If he wasn't redeemed.
Right. Exactly. And so she's there. She kills Dillinger's mom in the real world, and Dillinger's just kind of like, uh-oh, and he transports himself to the grid before the cops can get him. So he escapes to the grid. He looks, and it's just a wasteland.
Such a cool idea, by the way.
He's just in a wasteland, a burning wasteland.
Yeah,
that I call hell. He's on the hell grid, and he grabs the disc. He grabs the original. It is the original disc of Dillinger.
It is. Yeah. It's Sark's disc.
Sark, exactly.
Yeah.
And so he becomes the new Sark. He turns red. He's got the horns.
He does the. I need that. He does that pose from the original.
Exactly. And so it's all there. And so that's our new setup.
And Master Control.
Master Control
is also
absolutely
there. The original Master Control.
Original Master Control.
Because at the very end of Tron, the original Tron, Tron kills Sark.
Right.
And Sark is reborn by Master Control.
Exactly.
And he becomes a giant. He's like a giant Master Control monster.
Exactly.
So they become one. Master Control and Sark become the same entity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he is of his father, the devil. And
he's kind of what happens there. Kind of embraced he's embraced that side of him,
right?
Which I think he could become such an interesting character
for sure.
Because Ares is interesting, and I wanted to bring this up because this was something I kind of recognized. I didn't exactly know where to put it. It's kind of a Jesus is fully God and fully man. Now, Ares, at the end, becomes fully program and fully human. Right? Is there something there?
I would say that's accurate.
I feel like there's something... Yeah. Maybe
he's of both worlds.
Maybe Korah is the best... most applicable place because she's truly both digital and physical.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard because once you're given the permanence code, what happens? Like, do you become an actual human? Or...
Well, he has blood. He bleeds.
I know.
During the final fight.
I know.
So I'm like, oh, he's just human now.
He's now just human.
Is the only difference.
So. I think he's the heart of stone has been removed, and he's been given a heart of flesh.
Heart of flesh, yeah.
I mean, it's again, the regeneration imagery there is very clear.
We should mention briefly as well, there's a shot in Tron Legacy where they're explaining Korra's identity disc.
Yeah.
how it's nothing like any of the other code in the grid.
Right.
And it's literally a DNA spiral just like the permanence code. It's like it's identical.
Yes,
it's almost exactly the same.
You're right. Yep.
So I'm pretty sure the ISOs are the key to the permanence code, which is also thematically relevant because you have the spiritual being being the key to eternal life. You know,
right?
The spiritual bridge between mortal and immortal, digital or spiritual being.
Yep.
It's pretty interesting.
Very interesting. And then the song
there's
that's playing
there's a lot of thematic stuff going on.
Yeah. The song that's playing in the credits, 9 Inch Nails. I just pulled up the lyrics because I knew the only lyrics I heard in the theater.
There are two songs with both with good lyrics.
Give Me Something to Believe in. I got to read this real quick. This is pretty good stuff. It's almost like a tongue on the back of my neck. I never had a choice connection. I never had a chance to catch my breath. I'm eating up the space between us. I'm eating up all remaining doubt. It's filling up the hole inside you. It's trying to find a way to let itself out. Give me something to believe in. All these hands have got a hold of me. Give me something to believe in, as alive as you need me to be.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
Are these guys believers? What's going on here? This is good stuff. I'm going to sing this on Sunday morning.
There is a second song, I believe, as well.
Okay.
That one has pretty good lyrics, too. But there is a lyric in that one, I think.
Yeah.
That is, I think it's like, does God believe in me?
Oh,
is one of the lyrics.
Interesting.
Which is, I think it also
it's a very Tron idea.
It's a very Tron idea. Yeah, but
does the user, what do the users think of us?
But even, I mean, as a Christian,
sure.
Yeah, like God, he believes that we have the capacity to overcome every temptation that we're given.
Yes. So through him, we have all of it.
We have his support.
Right, exactly.
With God on our side, nothing can stand against us.
Right, yeah. It's not the same kind of belief we have in Christ of, putting our faith and trust in Him.
And it's not like, do you believe in God?
Right,
or does God believe in you?
Exist.
It's like,
of course He believes we exist. He knows He created us.
Right.
But yes,
I love
that idea of support, that idea of
belief
of
in
help,
right.
In our time of need.
Belief in a user is never questioned.
Right.
Even Sark knows that users exist.
Yeah.
Although there are some deceived by Sark that don't believe in users, which I think is a cool detail about Tron Classic.
It is, for sure.
But yeah.
There's a lot here. These movies are great.
There's a ton of these movies.
I mean, we could talk about it for another hour.
I think they're rich, and I think that there's a lot of theming.
Yes.
You can extrapolate.
There's a lot of fun to be had with these movies, just as entertainment, but there's so much depth here, actually, that I think is... People say they're derivative, they're surface level. I really disagree.
I think
there's a lot you can take from them pretty easily, as we have.
I think there's a lot you can take from them because they are simple.
Right. Simplicity doesn't necessarily mean
stupidity.
It's still well thought out. They're still well designed and crafted movies, I think. And
Ares, although
they make for great conversations.
Ares, I think, is the weakest on almost every level.
Ares,
unfortunately,
I don't know. It
really
has grown on me. It really, I think there are definitely things weighing it down, like the humor, which really doesn't land.
I think
a lot of the too many characters does not work. But I think the core story of Ares and his journey is maybe the strongest character story of all the characters. Really, I mean, Sam Flynn, he has a kind of interesting story.
I can see that.
Kevin Flynn definitely has an interesting story. But I think Ares as a character is actually the most fascinating character of all the characters.
I would say second to Kevin Flynn. Kevin Flynn, he's the most dynamic and interesting character in all of the films.
I wouldn't necessarily disagree. I think Ares is a close second.
I think you were right. Clue is a great one too.
Clue for me, Clue and Ares are my two favorites. Korra is up there in my top 3.
Ares might have the most dynamic arc.
Yes, he does.
I mean, dramatically different from beginning to end.
So different. Big character.
Almost opposite
Big
character.
redemption arc. Just a great story.
I love that Jared Leto is such a Tron fan.
Huge.
I've seen he's a producer. He's a producer of this movie.
Yeah. Oh, he shepherded the whole film.
He got it made.
For like 14 years he's been trying to make this movie.
I know.
They literally called him after Legacy and they're like, hey, we got this idea for Ares' character. He was going to be a side character. And he's like, I really want to, if you want to develop him more, let me know.
That's a good character, yeah.
And 15 years later, he got his movie.
He got his own
movie.
I feel like even
it's kind of a spin-off movie, really. It's not a Tron movie.
Well, we should mention that Tron is not in, nor is he ever mentioned in Tron Ares.
That's another big major flaw of the film.
Major.
Is that they don't even recognize Tron in any way. I mean, like, no one mentions him. Like you said, he doesn't show up on screen. His name doesn't show up other than the title.
He is spiritually there.
He's spiritually there.
The spirit of Tron.
Which is why I like him as the Holy Spirit, because it's like he's invisible. He's just pointing us to where we're supposed to go, to Christ.
I say just put him in instead of Flynn.
They need to mention him.
He needs to be there instead of Flynn.
Yeah.
That would solve it.
I don't disagree.
That would
I don't disagree.
I think fix every issue.
And I just saw
the main one.
I saw a video with Bruce Boxleitner.
Yeah.
Someone asked him about Tron Ares.
I saw a tweet he posted. He was just like, I wish him well. Like,
I'm not in it. In the video, in the video, he's at a Comic-Con, and someone asked him, "What do you think of Tron Ares? Why aren't you in it?" I wish him all the best.
Yeah.
But he's like really genuine.
No,
he's not just like shrugging it off.
He loves Tron.
He's like, please go see the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope you all go see it. I
Yeah.
really hope they get to make more.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of places we could go with it.
Yeah.
He's like he still feels like he's part of it in a way. I don't know what happened. Why he's not involved, but
Disney has always kept the door open for Tron.
Yeah, they have. I mean,
it's such a weird thing to keep the door open for.
It's been 40 years, and we've gotten 3 movies, and even though none of them have done really well, even Legacy didn't. I
heard some post or article somewhere, where I think they questioned one of the producers or executive or something about why wasn't this the Sam Flynn thing? Why didn't you carry on that story?
Yeah.
And I think that they said it was a deliberate choice not to do Sam Flynn.
Oh wow!
Because I think they wanted to gauge the interest.
Right.
They wanted to put, hey, Sam Flynn and Cora are off doing something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
are people interested in that?
Right.
Otherwise, we're going to do our own movie. New story.
Yeah.
So I think it was cool. I don't think it's necessarily a criticism of this film.
Sure.
I'm not going to be mad at this movie for not being a different movie.
Yeah, exactly.
This is an Ares story.
Right.
It's very obvious that it's that.
Exactly.
And it does it well.
It does it very well. And I think, again, everyone needs to go watch it. Let us know what you think in the comments. We did want to shout out a subscriber this week, which we haven't done before, but we want to start engaging with our audience more, and we want to recognize our subscribers who have been around for a long time, just like recognizers do. And so we wanted to pull up a subscriber here.
Great, yeah.
And what we want to do is we want you guys to comment, because we're just taking this an episode at a time, And in the past, I've kind of had big plans of like, here's how every podcast is going to go. We're doing it weekly and bi-weekly. Yeah. Now we're doing it more monthly.
Sure.
And so we have more time to prep, and we have more time for you to let us know what you want us to discuss.
Let us know if you liked the kind of more philosophical, theological breakdown of a movie.
Absolutely.
That's always kind of what we have found to be most interesting about most movies.
Right.
I get tired talking about the technical aspects of film a lot.
Yes.
Music is always good.
Exactly.
Performances and the cinematography and editing. Right. Those are all really interesting and I think great aspects of what makes a movie good.
Absolutely.
But the themes and the character arcs and the story trajectory and the emotional core of the movie is always, I think, what I gravitate to the most.
Right. Absolutely. And so we're going to shout out Mustached Movie Man, who has actually been a guest on the podcast. We know him as Josh.
Good old Josh.
We gotta shout him out because he
really bearded movie man now.
Yeah, that's right. He commented on our big channel update.
Oh, great.
He said that K-pop Demon Hunters would be a good one for us to cover.
I know you've seen it. I have seen it. It's
I have
very
not seen
good.
It, so I need to watch it. Maybe we will cover that in the future. A lot of people are talking about that movie. But if you have another one, Josh, let us know. And if you want to join us, let us know.
K-pop Demon Hunters would be very complicated.
It would.
I would need to do some reading up on Eastern philosophy, I think, a little bit more to get into it. But it's a good one. I mean, even from a Christian perspective, there's a lot to break down there, I think.
Well, demons, they're real. We know.
It's true.
Spiritual warfare. All right, so you leave us a comment. Even if you're not Mustache Movie Man, leave us a comment in the comments down below. What do you want to see us cover? Is it a new movie? Is it an old movie? We've got tons of old movies. We love old movies too. So let us know. Is it something new on streaming maybe that you saw that you liked? I mean, we're open to anything. So let us know in the comments down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell so you get notified of all our videos. Also, hit the thumbs up. That helps us a ton. If you can just hit the thumbs up button, that is a huge, huge help. This was fun. This was our first
was a
one in
great
this
time,
new
yeah.
format,
Mhm.
and I think we did a good job. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got a lot out of it. Make sure you share it on social media.
Yep.
We're on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We're both on Letterboxd.
Letterboxd,
Those
yeah.
are in the description below. Follow us there. We'll give you a follow back. Thanks, Carson. This was fun.
Yeah, this was fun. I'm glad we tried this format
This
out.
is good stuff. So, again, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you hit that like button, hit subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified of all our videos. And we'll see you next time right here on The Rule.